Hey, good evening, everyone. Tonight, Monday night, we do our Shy review. We're reviewing the Shy season 4, episode 5, and I'm with my illustrious co-host tonight. I think their mood is a little bit better than last week. What's up, guys?
Hello,
Hey,
So, who wants to begin? Let's talk about episode 5.
ladies first.
um, I feel like it was the best episode of the season. I feel like Emmett and his parents was phenomenal. I feel like the writing is still all over the place. It's a lot of inconsistency and corny lines that it just doesn't fit. It feels like they're just trying to throw things against the wall and see what sticks as they try to tackle everything. Um, I'm not liking Amani and Trig. I'm not liking Amani. She sent that man out to war, right? Essentially, he's surrounded last week, and then she's still talking shit. Like that's not really normal in those type of relationships. Where he was in the street and she no longer wants him to be in the street. Gemma, Kev, and Jake hate it. That's not realistic whatsoever.
Why not?
Cause Jake would have screwed her, but he would have definitely told Kevin. Like it wouldn't be this lead up. That listen, I don't know about you guys, but I got a brother in the group. He'd have hit it. He'd have hit it, no doubt about it. But he'd have came back and said, "Oh yo, she's a slut. She ain't no good for you." That's just the reality of those type of situations. Cause he says, Kev get on my nerve, but he's my brother. People don't do their brother like that. And she's like Jake
Keisha, you froze once
from the
again.
if you remember when she first came in, it was clear that she liked Jake. So Jake would have put he would have picked up on that and he would have been clowning Kev the whole time that was his girlfriend. Now, from from the brothers I have, that's the way that would go. So where was Tiff? Emmett found out his mother got cancer. Tiff's nowhere to be found. Doesn't make sense. Um, so I like the acting of the actors. I think they're doing the best with the crap that's being presented to them. And I thought that Jacob Lattimore, he did he was excellent this episode. And I thought the ending with him and Darnell was excellent also.
Dwayne?
Um, best episode since the end of season two. Like the writing's still a little sketchy or whatever. I agree with that, but a lot of good things. I think Jacob Lattimore, Emmett stole the show this week. I thought both scenes with his parents were phenomenal. Um, Duda is Duda finally. He ain't that mayor. He about to be a Duda in this episode. He went at my baby a little harsh, but she took it. And still was gonna meet him up on the roof. Um, I don't like what they doing with little Kevin, man. Like I don't like they just treat little Kevin like
What was going on with his nose when he came out the hotel,
my
Dwayne?
point, man. Like Kev is a wino, pill pop, weed smoking, and now he gonna do some coke. Cause that looked like coke reflex to me. And then call him for the Uber or whatever. Um, but the thing I've liked the most out of this season, honestly, even though it's taken Lena a while to get around to it, I like the maturity and the growth of Emmett. Like he's really becoming a man now. He's really wanting to take care of his responsibilities, wanting to be a good son, wanting to take care of his mother. Like he was like, I gotta buy you the house. And he wants her to be proud of him. And so it's good to see that. But Kevin is going to need Emmett too, man. Kevin need a man he can talk to because though Dre is that positive male influence on the show, Dre ain't no man. You know, even though she going by Dre and all that, she ain't a man. Okay, she the head of their household. You know, but Kev need a man. He misses Brandon. He misses that person he could go and talk to. He needs a Brandon right about now. His best friend then stole his girl from him. You know.
So Dwayne? How did you like the scene with your boy, man? Your boy Darnell Royce when he took out the earpiece.
Darnell did good, man. I'm glad he ain't just leave. He did. He was Darnell, though, right? He did sneak in some Darnell.
He said, "Did she miss me?
Did she miss me? She missed me." So it's just weird that you haven't seen the Dom character. Like, she been missing for what, 2 episodes now?
2 episodes now.
She getting a divorce.
Yes, she is.
The character, the woman who plays Dom is getting a divorce. Keisha,
Yeah.
not Dom, okay?
And it was announced today she gonna be in a new series on Netflix. So she got herself another job.
Well, I hope she gets some lessons.
I thought the episode was awesome, y'all.
Awesome. Now you think a bit much.
It was about honestly, it was about 3 parts in there. I didn't like the part of Nina. And it really bothered me because she was a woman, a black woman saying it. Saying you ain't gotta be all hotep. The reason why I thought that was cheap is because they was trying to have a natural birth. And I feel like as a black woman and what goes on with black women in hospitals and so many black women dying from pregnancies, to say the hotep statement was like a smack in the face for quote unquote the Pan-African community. And it's like, why would you say that? Like, it ain't even about the Pan-African community. It's about people wanting to have births naturally in the home. The baby was in water for 9 months, so they wanted to bring the baby to the water. I understand the significance of all that, and it's like it was. But
if you want acceptance, I don't think you should take shots.
Yeah, it's very. Talk about it. It's very interesting. Some of the lines. What's the other line to Dwayne that you said? It's been like the last 4 episodes.
Oh, Goofy.
Goofy. They always calling somebody goofy.
You know.
Is that lingo in Chicago though?
It must be, cause she been locked up forever, and he called the man that he was on a job interview a goofy ass N-word.
Yeah, I didn't like the Tracy. Did y'all think what dude I said to Tracy was believable?
I think that she would have probably reacted different. Like, hold up. To me, her role with even the way she was acting towards Ronnie last year was more of like they got her kind of like desperate for a man. Not chasing, but like even with Duda, like that her friends told her like be careful or whatever, and she like still just going for hers. But you know that is part of reality sometimes.
She don't need to chase.
But let me ask you guys.
Sometimes
I don't like the whole thing, and unfortunately, I saw the previews for next week. I think the Nina and Dre dynamic, that's too much. Like, why is that being written in there that they're having problems about a secret that is a friend of both of theirs? Yeah. Jada is friends with both of them.
Do we really need the Simba character? I mean, she character?
No.
Well, first of all, Dre was supposed to say to Jada, it's causing a problem.
Yes.
Right? So then she'll be like, because Emmett knows. Once Emmett knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody should know. You know, because Emmett will see Keisha somewhere. He's going to tell her. That's the relationship that they have.
Yeah, just so, like his father.
But I think that these writers don't know the characters as well as we do. And I think that that's a problem because they have new writers every week. So they're not going back to, like when Tracy said that the cop killed her son. I ain't remember that. I remember Trice or whatever. I didn't remember, and the cop was the crooked cop.
Yeah.
So, and it's not that Trice didn't shoot him, but he wasn't the person, because I went back, so he wasn't the person who, I'm talking.
No, you have frozen again.
He wasn't the person. Oh, he wasn't the person who did the final blow. When were they going to bring that up to us? I don't feel like that was ever, because she should be really mad about police and police brutality if this is the truth. It just doesn't jive. But now that makes me think maybe she shot Duda because the gang was still responsible for her son dying.
I agree. I think it's
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Let's just say that if she is the person who shot him, do y'all think that she would have been a little bit more angry? You think she would have been calculated? Because if she shot Duda, she's a lot more calculated than we think. We talking about 3 seasons ago.
I think she calculated.
I thought she was calculating with Ronnie. Yeah. She got Ronnie to go out and kill Coogie.
Sure did. She know what to do. She know
how to use them women wiles that you and Dwayne like.
Yeah, she put it on. Now,
yeah.
She also was talking a little slick to do this episode too. Like he told her, either deal with it or get the fuck on. But she tried to put her slick stuff in there too. Like, yo, who you talking to? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. What do you guys think about Gemma's father? Why he keep approaching Duda like you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me? Like, because y'all think
because he gave the endorsement, and whenever he gives an endorsement, that candidate usually wins. So remember, he picked Duda over Camille, and he told the reason why. Because Duda looked like me.
Duda's not holding up to his end of the bargain. He done bought that vote. And that man is probably used to getting some kickback for his support. Yeah. You know how local politics is, Quinn. We talk about this all the time. That's why never mind, I'm gonna shut up. That's why we get promises, and nothing else.
No.
That's why we get symbolism.
Y'all remember that song? Who sung that song? Christopher
3LW. Promises.
Christopher Williams, promises we don't keep.
Yeah, that's another one. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Keisha, I'm laughing because this guy, when we was in school, this guy's favorite song that Christopher Williams made, that he used to be saying, this other dude would just to be like, I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. So I thought that, like I told you, I thought the episode was so good. I guess because I didn't expect it to. And it just surprised me that they it, like I said, the episode couldn't go wrong when they showed Emmett was going to go deal with his mother, because cancer is such prevalent in our community and everywhere in the world that it was going to touch everybody's emotion. Definitely when he dealt with Darnell. I thought Royce. I thought he played the hell out of the role, like knocking on the door.
You know who else is doing a hell of an acting job and is going unnoticed?
Who?
Sway. Like, he holding Jada down through all this. Young man, too. Like, you would think he would be like, yo, you sick, I'm bouncing. He holding her down.
Keisha says she don't think that's reality.
I don't think that's reality either.
But what? He loved her and everything. He was like, I love her.
No.
Keisha, why you don't think that's reality?
It's too nothing. Someone back in the day, one of them white movie stars, they was with a woman who died of like cancer or something. But they had been with, and she was way older than them, but they had been with her for years. This ninja just came around doing massages and no, I don't believe any of that. Nope. And I think that the Darnell and the Emmett scene was so good because it wasn't a lot of words. So they couldn't mess it up with their writing. It's not the actors. I even think the kids is phenomenal. I think Keisha's doing a good job with what she's giving. I even think Tabitha Brown is doing a good job.
Cheers.
It's the writers that I'm having a problem with. And it's frustrating because we want to be here with them. But I don't know, I can't.
Why whatchamacallit wasn't at the gala?
Who?
Trey.
Yeah, that was
Right. That
surprising.
didn't make sense either.
But I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Dwayne alluded to it. He said it. I can't get Jason Weaver's voice out of my head. I just keep thinking Simba. At the end of the day, I don't know why. I know that Lion King was a popular movie 30 something years
He was
ago,
a kid.
but his voice has not changed.
He played in ATL.
But his voice has not changed.
Still sound like Simba to me.
And then it's like he's
Goofy
being
ass
forced
nigga.
to he's being forced to play a role that you can't see. And I'm not saying he's not tough or nothing, but it's crazy how he's playing this role. And
What's the purpose?
and then what you really like? He should just say, "What's the purpose?" Then he gonna say to Trey, "Is you gay?" Like that whole thing. Just, I mean,
First of all, she's in Chicago. She needs some street consultants because the jails know everything anyway. So it's no way that he came out of jail and had no understanding with the Trig and Amani relationship. Not true. And you could look at her and tell that that's a transgender woman. But he was calling her beautiful. So is he a homophobe? Is this the route we going? Or were you were you playing that game in jail?
They did that last season.
But no, I think he is because look, since he found out from old boy, his interactions with her this week were very cold.
Well, Dwayne, let me ask you a question.
Like, she tried to help him with the tie. He was like,
let me ask you a question.
He was like, "Don't touch me."
Who tied the tie, though, Dwayne?
That's what I want to know.
Because the tie was tied by the time he got the job interview.
And he said he didn't know how to tie no tie. So
and he had a Windsor knot.
He had a good knot on that.
What's a Windsor knot?
Windsor knot is, that nice little knot right there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But what's the purpose? So him and Amani, he beats her up and she kills him like she killed her. Like, what's the purpose of this character?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all.
Is the new love interest for Keisha believable?
For who?
I think you know what's funny.
Love interest for Keisha,
and I know I may take some slack for this. He sounds like he's a foreigner.
Yeah, he is. I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is,
Keisha's new potential.
What I'm saying is, she always deal with older men. Emmett, the track coach, like she don't deal with people.
She had Emmett, but here's my thing: if they're gonna break Emmett and Tiff up, then Emmett should be with Keisha.
Why you keep saying that? You've been saying that since last season.
Because
they're not going to be together. That's too perfect.
That's reality.
That's too much.
They're best friends. That's reality. They're attracted to each other. That's reality.
Oh no.
Because I don't know what they're doing to him and Tiff. I really don't. And where's Brandon's cousin?
The weed man.
The weed man with a whole dispensary. Why wouldn't she be going there when she would get a discount?
We don't get enough of Papa either. Where Papa been?
Papa is. I told y'all the other day. Papa is a glorified add-on this season.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. In the coming attractions, she talking about, he like, you want me in your shadow? Like, what the hell? Like,
so Papa gonna spend another season getting Jake and Kevin back together?
Probably.
I don't want to see that either. No. It's been done.
It's been done. But we're gonna see. You saw in the coming attractions that Kev, punching Jake.
They're gonna finally have a fight, and then, unfortunately, I did see some of the previews. You're gonna see the Emmett Kevin dynamic again, Keisha. So you'll get what you want, where he's being mentored by Emmett again, which is supposed to be Brandon. We all know how they messed up that.
I mean, I don't know.
So scale
But
of
it
1
was
to 10,
good though.
Dwayne.
It was a good episode though. It was good. You know. I guess who are the candidates that to shoot Duda? I can only think of two right now. I'm thinking Tracy. I'm thinking Gemma's father. That's the only
I
two.
think that's too predictable, Gemma's father.
Okay.
But I think they're setting it up for him to be somebody. Would have thought Candy, but then she seemed, which she could have been acting, but very upset because I guess she finds the body.
Yeah, she seemed genuine.
So, I mean, it could be the police
So
union.
Keisha, me and Dwayne had this discussion. How do you feel about next week's attraction previews has Nina being consulted by the brat? How do you feel about this?
I feel like that she thinks that we're just sex crazed. I guess black people are just sex crazed people, and we automatically, when things are not going right, don't work it out and just, find relief with the next person. Like that's just how every relationship is not. That's not going to be the thing because you're going through a rough patch that you just going to go screw somebody else. Now, maybe I'm being negative, but that was the narrative. Because is she feeling like she's not getting any attention from Dre? I'm not feeling that. I mean, she just got in the shower with her. They was all happy. Dre was there when Keisha had the baby.
Yeah, I have a hard time understanding that whole little thing because my thing is the way Nina is. She ain't. First of all, she ain't gonna hold nothing in too long. She's very emotional, which is cool. She should at least said, "Well, why did Jada text you talking about keep our secret? What's y'all secret?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, come on, like."
But
she
y'all
got
know Lena Waithe on the not faithful side. So I don't know if she's not taking this from her life, maybe. Because y'all may not know is she had gotten married and then next thing you know, she was messing with somebody on the project. She was freshly married. So, maybe, and I do think she takes a lot of stuff from her personal life.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think Dre is Lena Waithe.
I don't even like how they doing Drea. I just feel like they went through so much that she wouldn't be keeping this from Nina that long.
It's just
too much. It's too much going on in there.
It's too much you intertwined them, and they led last season off with their wedding, and it's like they was cool. Dre really as a partner has really stepped up and really tried to be there for those kids. Like,
yeah,
it just seems crazy that and we always say it every week about the male role models, but every quote unquote relationship got to be having some BS in it.
But how much can one family take?
True.
When you think about it, like Papa family, I would rather like to hear about the backlash with the father and the money and the preacher than you're taking this same family through all these changes.
Yeah, you're right.
Even the thing like we talked about before with the Doodah situation with Jake, Dwayne, he allows Jake to talk real slick to him sometimes.
He do.
And it's like he never say nothing. He just brush it off.
I think Doodah really likes Jake though.
He do. He loves Jake, man.
I think he loves Jake. I think he sees himself in Jake. But that's another thing. Trig done fought so hard to get Jake. You don't see no family moments, no bonding, no nothing. Like
you see more bonding with Amani and Jake than you see with Trig and Jake.
Right.
Which is interesting. They ain't, and we discussed it before, they ain't even go to Red's grave. You'd have thought they went to Red's grave. You'd have thought they would have kept, because they showed the mother last season. Let's go find our mother. Try to get her some help. Right. Something. It's like, as you say, there's no real creativity. There's no good story.
People go to read. People try to get. It's a lot of people that try to get clean and they can't. So if she know both her sons together, why she ain't pop up at the house? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think Jake think his mother's dead, don't he?
Yeah, don't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
I
Drake
think
did tell him like she ain't around. She dead.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Very
so.
interesting.
That's why I say that I feel like they don't know the characters. We just kicking the shit, and we are going through so many avenues that it doesn't even seem like they explore.
Right.
Like it's not like it can't be a really good show like it was when it first came out. It's just it doesn't have any direction.
And,
Like
and it's crazy. Y'all may think I'm crazy for saying this, right? The cop angle was great for the
It
show
was.
because think about the Detective Cruz. Because he basically coerced Ronnie into confessing, he had to release Ronnie. Ronnie got out, and he was mad, but he was
mhm,
quote unquote a good cop, right? He turned the dirty cop in, and then the other detective, Detective Toussaint, she was quote unquote a good cop, but she had issues with her son. I think those storylines are practical and they're real, and
Right.
they could have kept them intertwined. Definitely with the Brandon situation, you could have even had her looking for Brandon, like, yo, we ain't seen him.
but the Toussaint, right? So she's a cop. Her kid got in trouble. I think that is so poignant in
Yeah,
our community. Like that's what happens.
yeah.
Like you're straight flying the straight and narrow, but you got other people that's very intimately connected to you going this way and that way and this way and that way. Felt that comes with it from you. We would have got into that story.
Yeah.
But you know what? They disappeared.
So, as usual, scale of 1 to 10. I go first this week. I'm going to give it an 8.
What you got, Dwayne?
I give it a 7.5.
A 7.
Yeah. Solid. Now you gotta remember
So
I
next
give
week's
it a point
so
five.
next week's show, right? We might not do on Monday, but we'll probably do it on Tuesday. Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
y'all
I think I'm on an airplane on Monday, so
y'all going to the players' ball.
just pray for us.
Y'all going to the gala. I'm waiting for all the lives. All the
You
lives.
wait for all the tea.
Waiting
Just pray
all
for
the lives.
us.
But we eventually we're gonna be doing a show. Keisha, you will be involved in it. And just a little background into the show, I was in my mind and I see some of the things that goes on our Let's Talk 1, 2, and the original Let's Talk. And it got me to thinking like a lot of the people that's on this platform is in our 40s. Some of us knocking on 50 door. And the conversations we're having, what are we showing our younger generation right underneath us? We still talking about men and women disputes like we in our 20s. How do we fix it? We damn near 50 and we still having issues with
Oh
men
wow,
and
that's
women.
that's
With that, we're gonna close the show for the night.
yeah, because
Keep the thought, keep the thought, keep the thought. We'll talk more behind the scenes. With that, we're gonna close the
okay,
show for the night. For everybody in the
okay.
chat, thanks for joining.
Good
Thank
And
you.
night,
remember to
you
like,
guys.
share, and subscribe.